Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the S.O.A.P News. For those of you who are new to us and our mission, C3 is a professional development company for the mental health professional at large. And we are here to support you so that you can learn, advance, and become the clinician you dream of being. You can find us at our website at www.clinicalcareercollective.com and on our YouTube channel, S.O.A.P News. We are also extending that invitation out to you to join our Facebook group community, and that is at clinical2 professional. So clinical to professional. So let's get into it today. I am Amity Cooper. I am your host and the creator of S.O.A.P News. And as a trained clinician, I really benefited from applying the S.O.A.P Note method in my practice. And when I started C3, I thought how fun it would be to actually apply this methodology to craft some fun and interactive vlogs for you that really apply the same S.O.A.P Note principle. So what better way to get updates and tips and inspiration and reviews about relevant, on-point clinical and business topics affecting our industry today. So today's S.O.A.P Note is about mental health overwhelm. This topic is so important and really high on everybody's alert systems, especially during these extenuating months of COVID. And I'm really sure that it is a topic that we can all relate to, especially in today's environment. So the way this works is I just really want to do a summary overview of what mental health overwhelm is. It really is an issue that's stemming from being on the front lines every day. It's not an easy task dealing with the emotional highs and lows of our clients and also within ourselves and within our families and our communities. And it really over time, it continues to build up and it puts a lot of pressure on us. So during the pandemic, it's been evident that everyone is struggling with their mental health to some extent. We've seen an increase in people seeking help for their mental health, whether it being from confined at home for long periods of time, adjusting to new levels of caution that are always changing. It's really challenging for all of us, especially on the front lines, to deal with this kind of ongoing, never-ending pressure that we feel. And naturally, we feel like we are just constantly trying to gauge what our levels of impact are and understanding where we are on that scale. So we often feel overwhelmed, helpless, which is often followed by ruminations and a vicious cycle of intrusive thoughts. So, and it doesn't really matter. It's not affecting just people on the mental front lines, but it's just everybody. This is sort of an effect that's crossing barriers. So everyone is prone to feeling this sort of exhaustion and So it's really important that we talk about what is occurring within our field and amongst ourselves, and because you don't want to suffer in silence. So I'm going to talk a little bit about 3 self-help methods that can actually help you cope with this never-ending feeling of overwhelm. First, I want to just bring about, let's just talk about rituals. We often talk about these things with our clients, creating consistency, creating habits that become automatic, actually take the pressure off of our brains to constantly be thinking and strategizing of how we're going to deal with these challenges. Maintaining mental and physical, not just physical distance, and also talking about like these different self-help skill sets that we can learn that can actually be implemented with the help of mental health apps today. What is the secret to all of this management? It's actually the practice of awareness and mindfulness and embracing sort of an observation mindset, a detachment from what is occurring in our daily lives. Whether you are creating your daily ritual, joining a meditation, or trying not to take sessions with your clients too personally, you won't succeed if you don't detach yourself from overthinking and stressing out. I hope that after watching this particular SOAP note, you'll feel empowered and prepared to do and take the much needed self-care and TLC with your mental health. Some observations that are going on, at least in the community, and just things that I'm noticing are, mindfulness apps. The mindfulness is really an important and powerful tool that we have, and it aims to remind us that it's necessary to stop and take space for ourselves from time to time. If, for example, you're using the Calm app, which helps many users sleep better, build self-confidence, and reduce stress and anxiety, it's emphasized that these kinds of mindfulness applications can actually change your life over time if you apply them consistently. It's really not just it's one thing to say, oh, I've downloaded an app and I've tried it, to actually incorporating it and creating good habits around the use of any app that you choose. Creating a special part of your day that's just devoted to attending to yourself can really be so helpful as the day sort of drones on with seeing clients online particularly, or not, and taking much needed mental health breaks in between clients, and setting up a regular schedule if you're especially working from home. Making conscious decisions to be proactive rather than reactive in your daily activities will make a huge difference. One example in this is, we're so prone to, it's so normal just to have our phones on us at all times, or we get the alerts that we have another voicemail message, or that we just got another email, and unfortunately, and sort of insidiously, these companies have trained us to automatically react and open react to these notifications. So one thing you can really do is just turn it off. Put the do not disturb sign up on your computer so that you can have quality, attention focused detail to the task at hand. Applying the Pomodoro time tracking system to your daily activities would really, really eliminate the distractive qualities that sort of come in when technology actually becomes more intrusive in our lives. So that's one thing. I just sort of like to leave this thought with you that being a better version of yourself is a lifelong process. Putting these tasks to test and seeing if it's right for you is really just your evolution as a person, an evolution as a professional, and you have to figure out and you have to gauge what your level of comfort is. Because if you are feeling physically that you are putting too much attention on answering your emails or or attending to all of these things that are coming at you that are requesting or sort of demanding of your time, and you are not setting your own good boundaries around that, that's a hot spot. That is an alert system that says that somewhere your boundaries are out of whack, and you need to look at those things, because you only have so many hours in the day. We cannot recreate or build more hours into our time frame. So you want a healthy balance, and it will really, in the long run, help you stave off the potential of overwhelm in your life and your practice. So if you haven't already tried this, you can download a mindfulness app. You may have tried to multiple times before. We've heard lots of recommendations, and most of us find or will try something that somebody recommends to us instead of doing a full search by yourself. So keep in mind that many of these apps are free to begin, but if you want a more robust interactive experience, you probably will have to upgrade and pay for a small fee for that subscription service. So just decide if it's right for you. Definitely try their trials or a 7-day free activation, whatever it is. But a good choice is when you search for mindfulness, meditation, relax, you have a lot of good options out there. Next, try creating a special environment in which you can rethink your deepest intentions and re-examine your goals. Starting with a daily morning practice. I really love, there's a new book that's just come out, or a movie. It's called The Miracle Morning. And I love what this guy talks about is, in fact, it's putting yourself first. And within 20 minutes, if you commit to this on a regular basis, the world will transform for you. So by just waking up a little bit earlier, or just creating some sort of regular morning routine, both in the morning and in the evening, really, really can change your whole outlook on the rest of your day and even in your weeks to come. So by creating that routine and ritual, and really examining and tracking maybe what are certain things that are trigger points for you, it will really help sort of solidify where you feel like things are getting away from you. Also, because we are really, every day we spend so much time helping others and listening to other people's issues, no matter how much we try to have that separation and objective perspective, it's very easy to slowly allow our clients' problems to become our own. And this is why it's so important, and professionals often just keep saying, keep up your supervision, keep up your clinical connections so that you have a place to go and a place to discuss what's going on. You don't want to hold it inside. You want to be able to share it. In order to stay focused and calm throughout the day, which is what we've been really talking about, and to keep the overwhelm zombie from attacking us, we've put together a short list of potential apps that you could resource right now and apply in your life. And Serene is an all interruptions it's an app that prevents interruptions from occurring. It provides deep focus and music. It will give you times to concentrate, and it will give you a timer, so you it can run that system for you. So that's really fabulous. And again, this sort of applies back to the Pomodoro method, where you have a 25-minute period of work time with scheduled 5 to 10 minute breaks in between. And when you get into that habit, things you feel more productive, you feel more alert and focused, and you feel successful, and things don't ruminate for you as long. Forest is another really interesting concept. You start the app by saying you would like to plant a tree, and then you put your phone away. And if you pick up and actually look at your phone, or you shift to a different app, your tree will die. So as the more you leave your phone to do its own job and you focus on your set intentions, the plant will continue, your tree will continue to grow. And so it's a nice visual reward system that's sort of built into this app. And lastly, Calm, which is well respected and well regarded in our field. It allows you to sort of apply various meditation and mindfulness techniques, and has documentation to really show that it improves your overall happiness and health if you apply this on a regular basis. So finally, going step by step is critical, especially if you want to establish an effective ritual. And our suggestions are to write down that ritual that precedes the action you want to do. Analyze it, take a look at it, keep it in front of you, keep it front and center, whatever that reminder is, keep it up by your computer, and always be open to tweaking. It's a work in progress. Your life, your attitude is a work in progress. So just be patient with yourself. Lastly, if you're interested in learning more about the cutting edge technologies affecting our mental health practices today, then I invite you to register for a monthly S.O.A.P newsletter. And with this subscription, you will receive a monthly review of all the weekly S.O.A.P notes that we put up, gain access to member-only interviews and conversations with special guest speakers, and you'll have the chance to purchase our monthly S.O.A.P box that contains products, coupons, and discounts to all of our mentioned items reviewed during the S.O.A.P note recordings. This is a wonderful, wonderful new service that we are in the process of developing, and our hope is to release this subscription box service in the next few months. So please add your name to our waiting list, and we'll be sure to notify you when this is up and available for purchase. Lastly, if you've been waiting for the right time to open your practice, now is the time to take action. We are opening the doors to our first ever boot camp challenge called Do This First. Click on the image and you should be redirected to our landing page that goes into full detail about this program. You could also find a link in the S.O.A.P note description as well that will take you right to to our landing page to find out more. So until next time, to your clinical success.